Now it came to pass in those days that he went out to the mountain to pray, and continued all night in prayer to God. Luke chapter 6, verse 12. If ever one person, born of woman, who might have lived without prayer, it was our spotless, perfect Lord, and yet no one was ever as much in prayer as he. Such was his love for his Father that he loved to be much in communion with him. Such was his love also for his people, that he desired to be much in intercession for them. The fact of this eminent prayerfulness of Jesus is a lesson for us. He has given us an example, so that we may follow in his steps. The time he chose was admirable. It was the hour of silence, when the crowd would not disturb him. It was the time of inaction, when all but him had ceased to labor. And it was the season when slumber made men forget their woes, and cease their petition to him for relief. While others found rest in sleep, he refreshed himself with prayer. The place was also well selected. He was alone where no one would intrude, and where no one could observe. Thus, he was free from Pharisaic pretentious show and rude interruption. Those dark and silent hills were an appropriate prayer chapel for the Son of God. Heaven and earth, in midnight stillness, heard the groans and sighs of the mysterious being in whom both worlds were blended. The continuance of his pleadings is remarkable. The long watches were not too long for him. The cold wind did not chill his devotions. The grim darkness did not darken his faith, and loneliness did not hinder his persistence. We cannot even watch with him for 1 hour, but he watched for us whole nights. The occasion for this prayer in this evening's text is notable. It was after his enemies had been enraged. Prayer was his refuge and solace. It was also before he called his disciples to him and from them chose the 12 apostles. Prayer was the gate of his enterprise, the herald of his new work. Should we not learn from Jesus to resort to special prayer when we are under exceptional trials, or when we are contemplating fresh endeavors for the Master's glory? Lord Jesus, teach us to pray.